Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Dodaro. Your report suggests that as of December 2021, DoD expected to spend more than $1.9 trillion to acquire weapons systems. Over what time period is this spending expected?
I'm going to ask Mr. DiNapoli, our expert in that area, to respond. Tim?
Thank you for that question. It's a difficult one to answer because most of those weapon systems, that equates to a life cycle cost, so that can stretch out for 10, 20, 30, 40 years. So it is a long period of time.
So as you look at it, have you made any modification vis-a-vis the use of weapons from our stockpile in the Ukrainian crisis?
So as we mentioned before, that we do have a body of work ongoing, taking a look at not only what's been provided to the Ukrainian armed forces, but also what we're doing to replenish the stocks that we've taken them from.
So tell us what the result of your reanalysis or modification would be.
It is still ongoing, so we can't actually give you the final results, but we are looking at ways in which, how they determine which stocks would be provided from where, how we're going to, whether we replenish them with new stocks, we're just going to let them draw down, how we're going to buy those new stocks, and how we're going to, and when they're going to be available back to the armed forces.
Have you made any recommendations?
Not of yet in that particular area.
So on DoD financial management, you indicated that DoD has longstanding issues, including ineffective processes, systems, and controls, incomplete corrective actions, and the need for more effective monitoring and reporting. And I think you testified to Mr. Grothman regarding their failure of an audit in 2022. And you have flagged, DoD financial management has been flagged as high risk since 1995. Your report states that financial management issues extend beyond reporting as, quote, longstanding control deficiencies adversely affect the economy, efficiency, and effectiveness of its operations, close quote. You state that 67 recommendations remain open within DoD financial management, and that implementation of previous recommendations has resulted in a savings of nearly $4 billion in taxpayer dollars. Can you provide an estimate of the cost to taxpayers for the unimplemented recommendations?
Yeah, we can look at that issue and give you an estimate. Yeah, we have done that across GAO, so I'd be happy to provide that to the committee.
Yeah, I would love to see that because, I mean, they implemented a few of them and saved $4 billion. I'd like to know what the cost of failure to implement 60-some odd.
Yeah, we'll do.
Thank you. On business system modernization, your report states that DoD spends billions each year to acquire and modernize business systems. However, significant challenges impede DoD's efforts to improve the systems environment. And you highlight three critical challenges: improving business systems acquisition, improving business systems investment management, and leveraging DoD's federated business enterprise architecture. Can you provide an estimate of the cost to taxpayers for unimplemented recommendations within DoD's business system modernization efforts?
We'll have to provide that for the record.
Okay, I look forward to seeing that. You also state that weaknesses in management of contracts, finances, supply chain, support acquisition, and weapon systems acquisition adversely affect DoD's efficiency, effectiveness, and render its operations vulnerable to waste, fraud, and abuse, which in turn affects the readiness and capabilities of U.S. military forces. Can you discuss the final impact in more depth? What is the effect of waste within the Department of Defense on military readiness? And then I would ask if you're familiar with a study that was released or where they estimated $125 billion a year was being wasted in DoD. That's not an official GAO. That is a journalist estimate. So I'm curious if you're familiar with that as well.
Yeah, we took a look at the study you're referring to. We'll provide some information for the record on that. It's been a while, but I remember what you're referring to, and we'll take a look at it and give you an answer for the record.
Yeah, I would really appreciate that because I would guess, I don't know whether they're accurate or not with $125 billion a year, but if they are, and we've had, and that was, I think it was a 2015 study. Yeah. So that's 8 years, and we've had inflation since then. I would imagine that the waste, fraud, corruption, duplication, whatever you want to call it, has probably increased. I would really like to know where GAO, where you stand on that, what you're finding, and I would look forward to getting that. When might I expect that?
We should be able to provide something to you within the next month.
Okay, 30 days?
Yes. that's, yeah, a month. I'll go with 30 rather than 31, but
Yeah,
that's fine.
I was hoping for you were going to say 30 minutes, but I guess I'll take 30 days.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.